Yo, what's going on, guys? Shake and Bake back, and today I'm gonna be talking about what I want in NBA 2K20 MYTEAM. Now, the game is coming out in 52 days. I actually just pre-ordered it today. They gave me the little 10% off the Legend Edition deal when you log on to your PlayStation. I think it's on Xbox too, but I'm not sure. But when you log in, sometimes it'll show you the thing, and you can buy it for 10% off. Last year I didn't do that. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. I might not even get the Legend Edition, and then I ended up buying the Legend Edition for $10 more. So, saved myself 10 bucks this year by getting that and being kind of smart with it. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about what I want to see in the MyTeam mode specifically, based on what we had this year, and some changes, some things that worked, they didn't work, some things that were good, but we didn't get enough of it. So, we're gonna just kind of go little part by part of the mode here. And I'm also gonna talk about one thing that I think will be coming back for this next year's game. And hopefully that they do it right this time. And why don't we start out with that? And that is going to be a draft mode. We got a draft mode last year, and it was awful in my opinion. It was terrible. Like, if you don't remember it, let me just give you a quick refresher. So, you weren't even able to pick from 5 cards or anything like that, or any kind of draft that you... Or they showed you 5 cards, but you could only pick out of 2 of them, and they were like flipped over. So you literally were picking either this card or this card. You were picking one. It's like Go Fish. It wasn't even a draft mode. It was really bad. And like you didn't even get to do a full lineup either. It was just starting 5. I want to see like a legit draft mode where we can draft from all the players in the game, the content that you might not be able to get and it might be hard to access. You get like rounds that are tiered, so you have like a pink diamond round, an opal round, whatever they do with the tierings, the heat check, I don't know. Whatever they do, but I want to see like a legit draft mode. I think they're going to do that this next year, and I mean, I'm hopeful for that. I just hope they do it right. I think they're going to, because they tend to do that. They'll take something away for a year. They kind of did that with like Triple Threat. It wasn't in last year's game, but then the year before that, they had the 3v3. What was it called? I can't even remember, man. But they had a 3v3 mode on the blacktop with the random cards, and that was kind of fun too. It would be cool to see as we transition, I guess, to another thing right here. If for Triple Threat Online, maybe you had 2 modes. Maybe one was with randomized cards, and the other one was with, you know, hey, you get to choose your 3. I think that'd be kind of cool because sometimes, I mean, if you don't have good cards, then hey, you can pick, you know, the randomized and you get 3 random cards, and maybe it wouldn't take up contracts. That would be kind of cool. So if you're balling on a budget, hey, that's a good option for you. And I don't know, maybe if you got stacked cards, you want to use your 3, then you can go to the other option. That would be kind of nice. Sticking with Triple Threat though really quickly, I think they did a good job with Triple Threat Online. The idea of it was great. I love the dime packs. A few things I did not like. I hated when they patched it so you couldn't get the same item with the same ball. So like earlier in the year, if there was a dime pack on the board and you had 5 balls, you get 5 dime packs if you hit the same spot 5 times. I like that. I understand why they changed it, but that was so dope. Like, Triple Threat Online was crazy nice at the beginning of the year. So, and then just in general, I guess the boards, just very inconsistent. Like, sometimes when they added some stuff, which they did very sparingly, it was nice, it was awesome, everybody's playing it. It was a little sweaty, but it was still pretty fun. But I feel like they should have done more of that. We didn't get enough. And, like, they randomly just juiced the boards, like, a week ago. And they didn't even, like, say anything about it or anything. They just were, like, the boards were just juiced. Like, can y'all just, like, make this a more regular thing? And I said before, we needed to see, like, happy hours with tokens. We didn't see those. Like, really, that would have been a really cool idea. And something that I would have liked to see. So, for Triple Threat Online, they just got to revamp it. And also, I think maybe make the offline version a bit revamped, too. Because there are people that, you know, don't have that stable internet connection, stuff like that. And some people just don't even want to play against other users, and I don't blame them. So, yeah, I think it would be kind of nice if you could actually get rewarded for playing solo, better than just, you know, 5 tokens or 3 tokens. It was earlier in the year. It was more than that. It was like 7, and then they took it down, and they changed it. So, I don't know. I wish there was just better rewards. I think these are good concepts, and I hope they return for next year. But I've also said they got to let us turn off the music. I want multiple courts. Like, yeah, I know multiple courts, because it just gets boring looking at the same thing over and over and over. Why can't we get like an outdoor playground, a rooftop, bring that back from like what, 2K15 and 16, I don't even know. Bring back that rooftop, the Rucker Park thing, and like, I don't know, a couple other things, and boom, you just rotate randomly through them. That would be kind of nice if we got multiple parks. And then I also said before, I want like themed events. I want like during the Christmas time, they put some Christmas lights up and stuff. Just, I don't know, make it look a little bit prettier. But yeah, I think that triple threat online is good, and I hope it returns next. Let's quickly talk on My Team Unlimited. I really like My Team Unlimited. I feel like it's pretty solid this year. I like going 12-0, but I also wish when the servers kick out, you didn't get losses. I think that's so stupid. I know they're trying to prevent people from like boosting and doing all the other kind of stuff, but like that is really annoying when the servers crash and you're 11-1 or whatever. Just because of that, like you should have got the card. I like the 12-0. I think the cards though early in the year should have been a bit better. Like I don't know, the diamond like for the first one. I know you don't want to give guys opals out the gate, but like the cards should have been a little bit better early on in the year. I feel like they were kind of weak. And then late in the year, I don't know, I feel like some of them haven't even been that great that you want to go for it. Like, Rudy Gay, I heard people don't even like this card. It's pretty slow and clunky. And I hear that and I'm like, man, no, I don't really want to go 12-0. So, I don't know. I feel like the card selection, like, there was a couple that were really dope. Like, Dr. J, that's pretty sweet. I'm bummed I didn't get that card earlier, but then they gave him a better one. They do that every year with the cards, but that Hakeem Olajuwon was sweet. I freaking love that card. That's probably one of my favorite cards this year. Like, just going for him, getting him, and everything like that. That was dope. I like that. But, yeah, I don't know. Just the selection of cards, and I also think we should get a mode that's not called My Team Unlimited. You can just run whatever type of lineup you want. Like, you can, and maybe, like, there should be also, like, a tiered lineup. I don't want My Team Unlimited to be tiered. You should be able to run with your best cards, but I think there should be, like, 3 or 4 different online options besides just Triple Threat Online that you can do with your main team. Because there's really no point to some of these, like, weaker cards if, at this point in the year, literally, I mean, everyone's running these opals that are worth, like, 10,000 MT. Like, I don't know. Some of the cards just have become irrelevant because, I mean, why would you use a guy like one of these diamonds that, again, really isn't that great when you get the opal for 10,000 MT? So, I don't know. It would have been nice to see some other different type of modes, and I think we probably will see some sort of an adaptation to this. And also, once you already do go 12-0, there's like nothing to do for the rest of the month. So, a lot of guys would go 12-0 in like the first day, and then what do they do for the rest of the month? Like, they go 11-0 and wait? Like, I don't know. I feel like there should be more to be done here. And also, would have been nice to see our overall records and stats. Last year, they had them, but they were, like, broken and glitched. Year before that, I think they had them as well, but I think that's when they were actually good, too. But, yeah, that would be nice. Some fixes and changes to this, just to keep it pretty good. And as well as with the multiplayer challenges, they did these from time to time, and they even have a couple out right now, but I don't think it's worth 6 tokens to play for that long. Especially when they drop, like, moments challenges for, like, 50 tokens for, like, an hour-long game. So, I don't know. Yeah, multiplayer challenges. These were so random, too, when they dropped. Like, they were pretty much the same every time, but these were kind of the most pointless thing, I think. Maybe on My Team this year. They just, I don't know. I know people played them, and I played them, too, but no hype around them at all, in my opinion. So now that we've talked about the multiplayer modes, let's go back to single player a little bit. I feel like domination is great, but once you beat it, there is literally nothing to go ever back to this. I do wish, like, you could almost, like, repeat it to get more tokens, or there was, like, like, multiple sections of domination that come out throughout the year. I don't know how we haven't got that already. Like, I do like that they did the tokens and everything with this, though. Like, I feel like domination this year was really fun to complete. It was a grind, it was hard, and it took forever, but I went through it pretty quickly, I feel like. But the all-time, these were actually pretty challenging, too, some of these. You couldn't just, like, watch I did watch Netflix and play them, but every now and then you would lose, I feel like. So, I don't know, especially these final games. I remember them being fairly hard this year. And the reward at the end, like, come on, that's a crappy reward, man. Maurice Lucas. Like, I would have liked if you could have picked, again, kind of like with your tokens, you can pick what cards you want. You could come in here to the token market and say, hey, I want to pick, I want to pick Steve Smith, or I want to pick Eddie Jones. I wish you could pick for the final one, like one of the pink diamonds. You could do that with the tokens, but I want to do that for the final reward as well, man. And not have to get a Maurice Lucas that I never used, literally never used. So, yeah, I don't think too many people really love that card. So, hopefully an improvement to domination. Schedule mode. I think this is a great idea that was executed really poorly. The rewards just are not worth the grind. I did it. I literally did all these games for Giannis, and I think at the time it was worth it, but man, we literally spent like 100 hours playing this stupid schedule mode. And for what? Just some free agent cards that I don't even get to use? Like, I don't know. The rewards for this, like 100 MT, like really 200 MT for something that takes like so long, I feel like. Like, these are full games by the end. They're on hard difficulty too. You can only use gold players. Like, I hate the restrictions if you're not going to give me some really good rewards. And then this pack at the end here, I don't know, man. Early in the year, it might have been almost worth it, but by the end of the year, it's just like not even worth it. Especially when you can get these on triple deck. That's the thing. Like, it gives you tokens, it gives you this, it gives you that, but you could literally get that from playing like 1 to 2 games of triple threat. So it's just pointless. Like 6 tokens. They had to increase it. It was 3 for the whole year. And they bump it up to 6, and it's like, bro, I can literally get more than that in 1 game of triple threat. Why the heck am I gonna play freaking 10 hours of this or something? Like 5 hours of this. It's just so pointless. So I hope they do bring this back and just fix their rewards. Bump them up. They were way too low. But I do also wish there was a final reward, because I would have came back and completed this all, but there just wasn't a final reward. We didn't even get an opal. Last year, we at least got one for completing like all the single player challenges. You didn't get that this year. Same with the weekly challenges. There really was no end goal reward for these. It was just the tokens that you could use in the token market. But again, at 6 per week, you really don't even... I don't even think you could get a Galaxy Opal if you did all of these, like, or get a Pink Diamond. So, like, really, I don't know. Just left a lot to be desired single player wise this past year. And then the moment challenges, which sometimes we got a bunch, and then we'd go months without any. So there's a lot left to be desired in this aspect. So hopefully they're gonna revamp this and give us a ton of new content for this next year. I also wish we had like some stuff that, like, maybe when the game first came out, there was like a card from each team that you could grind for. You beat the schedule challenge and you get this pretty good card early in the year. There's like nothing like that, I feel like, and I don't know. I would like to see that. Freestyle still in the game. I also wish that we get a way to practice plays and encourage people to actually, you know, you can play against a CPU and just practice with your team, practice running plays, learning how to play the game, how it's supposed to be played. But I don't know, I feel like that would encourage a lot more people to play the game, and maybe even some better like tutorials that you could do. I don't know. That would be something nice for 2K20. This is a long video, so stay with me here. I know this is a long one. I am going on. Let's talk about some other freaking things, because there's so much. These trials, let's talk about, we're covering everything, man. Really cool idea, but when the payoffs are so small, like they are this, the idea is just really not worth it. I mean, there was some, every now and then you get a triple-double, you get like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 MT, and that's worth it, but sometimes it's like 25 or 75 MT. Today, it's 300, 250, and 450. And I mean, when a pack costs 12,000, it's just, these are like, you're not even gonna focus and worry about these. And we never saw any of these for like tokens or anything else besides the little MT amounts. Like, I'd like to see some for, hey, you do this, you get a pack. And they're always the same, too. Like, they couldn't really, like, change it up a little bit. And some of them are just too ridiculous. Like, record 12 offensive rebounds in a game and 20 second chance points or something like that. Like, come on, man. Especially 12 assists in the game. That's like a good challenge. But 450 MT, like, it's not worth even going for it that way. Another thing that I actually think they did a pretty good job with this year, but there should have been way more of it, is the goals here. Like, I completed literally up to here, within the first week, and then like did all this too, and was left at this screen with like 2 left for the rest of the year. Was to complete the what's it called? Was to complete the throwback collection and the 20th anniversary. Like, those were like the last ones all year long. So I was at 23 out of 25 for the whole freaking year, damn near. Like, we should have got like 100 goals, and there should have been more ways to get this and more ways to do that. I love that they upgraded this to 3,000, because it should have been a number like that, and it was a pretty cool bonus at the end of the year. But I just feel like there should have been way more of these goals. I like how these were added, but just not executed well enough. And I think that's really a theory here. I mean, I don't know if it ever will be executed enough. I think this was a pretty good year of my team, but some things really held it back. The servers at times, and some of the stuff just, God, it really makes it so annoying, because I think this was a pretty good year of my team. But people probably look at it like, meh, this year kind of sucked. But I thought it was pretty good. I really did. The packs, again, I feel like they're hit and miss. Sometimes they're really good. Other times they're like, why would you open these? These are pointless. Like, right now, I feel like it's actually pointless to open these packs, because, like, none of the cards go for that much. Like, I just bought Opal Kyrie for 20K. Like, what? Like, why would I open the pack for 12K? When, at most, I mean, look, let's open a pack right here. At most, we can get a Galaxy Opal, which sells for really not that much, or we get like a bronze player, which doesn't go for much. We get a pink diamond, so that probably goes for what it quick sells for. I don't know. I just feel like the packs were really good at other times of the year, and then sometimes, like, it's really bad. It also depends on your pack luck. Kemba Walker right there, Celtics point guard. Excited to see him ball up, but let's stay on topic, man. I'm not even gonna bother sending this to my auctions because I don't think it's really going for anything on the auction house. Like, all these, I'm gonna end up quick selling these all. We lost about 8,000 by opening that pack once we quick sold everything, which that's not really that much in comparison to some packs. You get a lot for that quick sell. That was 3,000, almost 4,000. That's not bad, but I feel like the packs in general, they need a lot of work. I also said, like, tiered packs. Like, I loved how they did the Welcome to My Team packs. They did those multiple times throughout the year. And, like, when they did it, it was, like, the end of the year and the beginning. But, like, I want to see more tiered packs. I thought they were really going to kick it home with these. I like the deluxe and the guarantees where you know you're going to get something from the set. Those have definitely been better this year. And I think, because, like, when you spend $12,000 for a pack that doesn't really give you, you know, even a player from the set, then it's even worse, man. It's like, wow, I could have just opened some league packs. I'm really not trying to, like, review 2K19 and talk about what I want to see in 2K18, so more tiered packs, and yeah, I think that's my thing. I want to see more packs that, you know, this one's a little bit more expensive, but a guaranteed diamond, guaranteed pink diamond, guaranteed opal, like more and more and more of those even earlier in the year, man. When it comes to the auction house, I know there are technical limits to how many things you can have up, how many things you can have in your auctions. I do wish it was a little bit larger than 50 and 50. I feel like that's so small. I mean, I end up like hoarding contracts and all kinds of stuff, 20 stacks of all these, and like it's full just like that from that. So I end up having to quick sell stuff, and I really don't love doing that for the most part, but I do wish this was a little bit bigger. If they could maybe bump that up to 100, that would be great. Probably not, though, with the way the server's handled. And that's one thing. The auction house was good for most of the year, and then at the end of this year, it has been terrible, man. There was huge problems with it. There was glitches. There was all kinds of stuff. So, I don't know, man. The auction house, they gotta... I also don't like this scrolling thing. I feel like it was better in past years where you had, like, 2 rows. Instead, you have 1 row, and they had to even increase the speed. When it first came out, it was like 1, and that's me holding it down. We had to complain for them to fix that, bro. That stuff was annoying. So I don't know really what I want for 2K20 in the auction house. I mean, I guess just the expanded space. That would be kind of nice. I think the card collector levels this year, they were okay. Could they have been better? The Kirilenko was really good. The 100 KMT, it was not the greatest, just because by then, cards are really expensive, and 100K is not much MT to get to that level at that point in the year. The Chris Webber was pretty good. The J.R. Smith was awesome. The Giannis was pretty dope. I think these were pretty solid collector awards, but I think I would have liked to see more tokens. Again, like, instead of 100,000 MT, if you give me, like, 750 tokens, 500 tokens, I think that would have been way better. That's just me, but I think that's a pretty common thought, because you give 250 here, why not give us like 450 or 500 here? That would have been really nice. So I think there also should be just more of these. Like, give me one of these little goals, even if it's like small stuff, every 50 cards. And also, there should be more of them. I have 2,600 cards right now. Like, I mean, there should be some more rewards. It should keep going, because people are going to be striving for this all year long. And I feel like there should be more things. Like, even after Giannis, there should have been another one, probably. Like, people thought they might even add one. I was like, they're probably not going to. I don't even think they can, technically. But, I want to see some more. Like, the rewards are good. But I wonder, is Dwayne Wade... Wait, since he's not the cover athlete, though. Who's the normal cover athlete? I can't even remember right now. Oh, Anthony Davis is the reward for this next year, I guess. If they go by this type of thing where the cover athlete gets that reward card, that would be a pretty sweet reward. Like, Anthony Davis with juice stats or all 99, depending on what course they go for this next year. But I think it'll probably be similar to last year. And I like those rewards. I feel like those are one of the reasons why people like playing the game, is collecting the cards, man. In terms of card types and tiers, like, I think the heat checks, they're coming back this year, but they need to be a whole bunch of different stuff. Like, I need the different, like, attribute boosts for different cards. Like, if this card and this card were on fire, I'm pretty sure they got the same type of boost. Or, I don't know, the boosts, they weren't enough, too. Early in the year, it's like, yeah, I could use this card, but then I have to also badge him out when I already have, you know, the normal version of Tobias Harris or whatever, I already have him already badged out or with the shoe and with contract. So why would I ever come back to the old one? Like, or the heat check one, and then it has to be on fire. There's too many stipulations. I know they're bringing this back because it's been confirmed. It's already in the pre-orders and stuff. So I just hope they make it more usable. It was pretty useless this past year. I did like, again, the collection rewards. I feel like those were the best parts of this year, the collection rewards. The 25 tokens for all of these. What's it called? The throwbacks didn't have, they did, but not throwback elites. They didn't have collection rewards, and that kind of bummed me out because they were always adding new ones, but I feel like at some point they probably should have just added those as well. But the throwbacks, these have become kind of irrelevant, I feel like, in my team. A lot of these cards, by the time they come out, they don't make your team, and you're kind of just pulling for the elites. But they do give you some tokens. I do wish that was bumped up a little bit higher, because I still feel like it was kind of hard to get tokens this year. Just at times, like some other times they give out lock codes, things like that, and you get a ton, and then sometimes you didn't get that much. I'm kind of running a wee bit longer than I even wanted to here. We're going on like 20-something minutes. I feel like I haven't even talked about so many things. I want lock codes back, but again, they just need to be more frequent. Like, beginning of the year, we got codes every single day. And some of the codes were kind of booty. Like, there was a code for a gold DeAndre Ayton that I'll never forget. And it was like, what? Like, why is this a lock code? Like, that was the prize on the board. Like, what? Like, the 100 MT spots, those should be gone with. They're supposed to be treats, not these trolls. And it's like, wow, why did I waste 10 seconds entering the code? I like the ball drops. I hope that system comes back. I feel like they can make it way more hyped, kind of like the limited ones used to be. If they do something, I don't know, like maybe they make some like boards where maybe not everybody gets this super limited card on their board. So maybe like you enter in the code and you don't even actually get like the, I don't know, maybe they put that Kevin Durant opal on the board, but it's not on everybody's board. Might make it kind of intense and kind of, you're loading up, you're like, I hope it's on the board, and then you have to get it. That makes it really hard to get it. People might be pissed off at that idea, but I don't know. They have to spice it up a little bit more, and I think the whole thing with lock codes is frequency. If we're gonna get a code every single day, like, that's great. I don't think people would complain, but then there would also be like a week where it's like, we didn't get any lock codes, we got one this week, and the code wasn't that great, or I didn't get anything, or the connection dropped. They gotta fix that connection error thing too. If the servers go down when I'm typing in the code, or your game's messing up, I still should be able to type in the code. I'm trying to think if there are things that I've missed right now. I feel like I've covered most of the bases of the game, but I just feel like overall, there just needs to be more content. I feel like there was a pretty good amount of it this year. I don't think there were a few times where it was like, okay, we haven't got moments cards in 2 weeks. You guys are on vacation, but like, where are they at though? So there was a few times like that this year. I feel like the premium sets, it was nice how we got them pretty much every week on Friday, or whether they changed it to Monday or to Tuesday. I kind of wish they would just pick one day, and like Tuesday, that's when the content comes out. Or instead of like, it was Friday this week, and then it was Friday this week, and then it was Monday, and then it was Tuesday. And like, they kept jumping around the week. I didn't really love that. I kind of like it to stay at one day. So yeah, I don't know. I think there's a few things they need to adjust for 2K20 to wrap this up, I guess. And things that I would like to see. I want to know in the comments, what do you guys want to see? Because I've talked about it from my perspective, but I mean, I'm sure everyone in the comments plays the game differently. I do this, I do that, you do this, you do that. So there's all kinds of different things, but I think there just needs to be more ways to play, more ways to earn, as always, and more cards and challenges and things like that. I feel like the content shouldn't just be hey, we dropped some new cards, impacts. Hey, we did this. Like, add it on the boards, give us challenges to try and get it, give us tournaments to try and get it, make it a extra special 12-0 card or something if you're already going 12-0. There needs to be more ways to get the content. Like, there's a lot of cool content. Same with the lock codes and, like, the packs. Like, oh, man, the boards need to be better. Get rid of those stupid silvers. Get rid of the injuries. Get rid of the contracts. I know they're probably not going to, but that needs to happen. I'd love to see that happen, but I don't know. I feel like this was a pretty good year for my team, 2K19. Speaking of that way, it was much better than 2K18, which I feel like was, hey, you took a couple steps forward. 2K17 was a great year, and you jump all the way backward with 2K18. Like, didn't introduce really much of anything. I feel like it was really a bad year. But this year, we got the tokens, we got the lock code with the ball drops, we got the triple threat line. I feel like they brought in a couple new ideas this year that were really solid, and I'd like to see them build upon, especially the tokens, man. Bring those back and make this even better than it was this year. You could totally do it better. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for 2K20. We might even find some news out soon. They're doing a big live stream today on ratings and stuff, so we can find out some My Team news maybe within the next month before the game actually comes out, like before a week. Usually we get My Team news a week and a half before the game comes out at the little Germany conference they do, whatever, and we get some crappy little screenshots and things that like it's taken off someone's cell phone. Can we get like a legit, we get a blog that usually right after that too, but can we get like a legit trailer? Like we always get that, but I feel like it's so late in the cycle. Can we get it like before 30 days so then we can give our feedback and people can say, oh, I like that. Ooh, I might not like that. Maybe you should change that a little bit. So those are my thoughts. That's what I'd like to see in 2K20. Really long video. I hope you guys were able to tune in and listen with that. And yeah, again, let me know what you guys want to see. I think some of these are probably possible and could be in the game. I think dynamic duos are cool as well. I realize I didn't even say anything about that, but they're so inconsistent as well. They were so underused this year. Like before they added these packs, like no one cared about dynamic duos, I'll say, for 99% of this year. So maybe they need to scrap that. Maybe go with terrific trios, maybe. I don't know, or something. I like dynamic duos, but they just weren't really used much this year. Like literally, I'm supposed to be ending the video, but every single reward card doesn't even have any dynamic duos. So why were these not able to get them? Last year they had them, and the year before they had them, I think. Didn't they? No, did they even have dynamic duos? I think they didn't. I can't remember though. They did, I think, but they didn't even have any. None of those had them. So, yeah, lots to be said. That's it for the video. Little long, but hope you guys did enjoy. And we'll do some more videos like this when we find out some more news and stuff like that as the coming weeks come on. But yeah, peace out, man.